be able to do it again next year. All right, so it's 11:30, so we can go ahead and get started. I see Commissioner Collins on the call. I would assume that you will be presenting. We also have Counselor Driscoll, Counselor Bay, Counselor Green. Um, I'm on my phone, so I'm just switching through. And Counselor Hogan. Can't forget Counselor Hogan.
Thank you, Counselor.
All right, and we have Michelle as well. I would assume that you will be presenting, so we can go ahead and get started. Commissioner Collins, if you want to start, if you have anything.
Sure. Good morning, and thanks for the time and the opportunity. So, Michael Collins, Commissioner of Neighborhood and Business Development. The issue that we've got in front of the committee, I'm going to defer to Jake Dishaw and Patrick Parkinson on to introduce and give broad measure. What we're noticing is that the rental registry for 1 and 2 family homes does not have the ability to do a provisional or temporary certificate the way that one could for a 3-unit or more. And we're looking to address that in ways that would allow us to make sure that we still have health and safety violations fully covered, not interfere with the ability to do the basic business just because of the size of the property. So that said, Jake, if you're good to take it from here, I'll turn it over to you.
Thanks, Michael. Good. I guess it's still good morning, everybody. Jake Dishaw, Director of Code Enforcement. As Michael mentioned, this is just a conditional seasonal adjustment to the process of issuing a rental registry certificate, and is really no different than what we do with other types of certificates, or whether it's for permits or licenses, when specific conditions are met, that could impact other things, that they're issued conditionally or temporarily until those other factors can be taken care of. So I don't believe it changes the intent of the newest rental registry legislation, and allows us the ability to issue a conditional certificate, in certain instances only. So I'll defer to Patrick for anything else, or any questions from there.
Jake, so this was brought to your attention because of a specific issue, correct?
That's correct. Specifically, tenants that were aware of the legislation that went into effect, I believe on November 15th is when it was effective, that essentially stopped paying rent and told their landlord as such. And he's actively working on getting his certificate, and has one specific thing that he can't complete due to specifically weather is the only factor, and it's a non-life safety matter.
Okay, gotcha. Any questions from my other colleagues? No? Okay. And did you have anything else to add, Patrick?
No, not at this time.
Okay. All right. Thank you. All right. Was that your only item, Jake?
I believe I'll be presenting a second item too. I think Yolanda's in a pre-development. So we also have an encroachment waiver request for 131 Ryder Ave, which we're seeking to bring to the council for a section of deck and stairs, encroaching a total of 6 feet 6 inches into the city right of way. This is, if anybody that's familiar, 131 Ryder is sort of on a hill, and the houses are really elevated off the sidewalk. This is a need of the tenant that really needs this for egress in and out of the home. It would make it a lot easier for them, and It's something that they're working with home headquarters on. So the stairs would be 3 feet 6 inches, and the lower deck, as part of this plan would be 3 feet into the city right away. But again, it's a really, really steep kind of hill up from the street level sidewalk up to the property.
Okay. Any questions? Okay. And my pause is just because I'm literally flipping through my screen so I can see everybody. All right.
I have no comments, Counselor. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. All right. And now I'm assuming we're going to move over to Michelle.
Good morning, everyone. Michelle Sapansky, Neighborhood and Business Development. So I circulated the list of all of the properties that are up for consideration for land bank transfer this morning. So I don't know if you want me to go through them one by one, or if we just wanted to kind of go through specific questions that anyone had on any of them. I tried within the sheet that I circulated to kind of call out some specific things that we still wanted to verify between now and the study session. We really haven't sent any significant load of properties through a vote really since COVID started. And to that end, we wanted to try to start moving again only on vacant properties. So there was a couple cases on here that as we were doing a little bit more involved case review in between the time that we submitted the list and right now to kind of make sure that there hadn't been any new developments, there were a couple things that popped up that I just wanted to flag. So
Okay, can you go through each one of them?
Sure, yeah.
Each one of
So
them just in case somebody didn't get to read them.
yeah, sure. So the first, there's three that we have, 109 Hartson, 224 Putnam, and 226 Putnam. These are all city-owned vacant lots. 109 Hartson is, all three of them are rain gardens. They've been being used as rain gardens for the last several. The land bank owns the adjacent property. It's a structure at 107 Hartson, and they have a buyer that is in contract or on to use it as their primary residence as an owner occupant. They wanted to acquire that, and just so that they could expand the size of their lot. It's a non-buildable lot as it is currently, I believe. The other two rain gardens that are city-owned that we have put on there, we've had a lot of issues with all of these rain gardens in terms of maintenance and constituent complaints, and so we kind of wanted to take forward as a package for just so that the land bank can kind of maintain them a little bit level of care. So. And questions on those? I have 199 Wolcott Ave. This is a structure that is owned by Citibank. A little bit of conflicting information within our systems as to whether or not this is vacant or occupied. We are going to go out and do another inspection in between now and the study session, so I will get back to everybody on that. 1113 Colvin Street West. This is a vacant structure that's been vacant since 2012. We have 120 Hutchinson. This has also been vacant since 2019. It had previously been owner occupied back in about 2016 through 2018, I think, before it went vacant. And it has had a history of coming up for council votes before and redeeming. But we have, at this point, believe is vacant. So 141 Hobart Ave. It's been vacant since 2009, according to codes records. The owner passed away in 2004. 226 Pleasant. We have some records on this that it's been vacant since 2016. This owner owns several properties that have all come to the land bank before. This particular property has been in 2 different phases and redeemed. I think only one of the properties that he has is fully transferred to the land bank at this point, but there hasn't been any kind of contact or follow-up since the last redemption in 2016. We have 233 Genesee Park Drive. It's been vacant since January 2019, and there's been quite a few dumping issues that have been the subject of some code enforcement attention throughout this year. 156 Hope Ave. This property we would request to withdraw is it has redeemed, so they're good to go. 1106 Midland Avenue. This property's been vacant since 2013. However, when I was doing my case review, it appears that there's been some permit activity that's been going on within the last month or so. So this is one that we're going to look into between now and the study session and see if we can make contact with the owner to see if they're aware of this, and because it seems like they're putting in the work to invest in the property. So 22 Delaware Street. This has been vacant since 2015, and it is eligible to be listed on the National Register. 116 Fitch has been vacant since 2018. We've had, this is kind of a weird one, that we've had a lot of issues. It's definitely vacant. The water's definitely off. And then basically since May of this year, there's been a lot of issues that we've had with people that are squatting. We believe the most recent inspection that it had was on Tuesday. And at that time, the inspector declared it as vacant and secured. So we think that the people that were there at this point are now no longer there. 317-19 Marguerite. This is another case where it's been vacant since 2018, but there was some recent permit activity for electric and residential remodels. So it appears that all the work is in progress. So we'll be reaching out to the owner and then we'll report back at the study session. 127 Hope Ave. This has been vacant since 2008 and has a tax billing address in Brooklyn. And then 112-14 Grant Ave. This has been vacant since 2018. It has a tax billing address in San Francisco, and it is also eligible for the National Register. And then that's
That was
it.
a lot.
Yeah.
That was a lot. So the only one that you are going to remove is 156 Hope Ave, you said?
Yeah, that one has definitely redeemed. The other ones we'll report back at the study session, and we can
So
termination.
so to the committee members, are you guys all set with all of the other items going on to the agenda?
Yes.
For me, yep.
Okay. All right. Thank you. All right. Was that all you had, Michelle?
Yep, that's it.
Okay. All right. So I think that's it for all of the items that I saw on here.
Counselor, was that 156 Hope?
Yes.
Thanks.
You're welcome. All right. So I think that's all that we have for this, so we can conclude this meeting.
Thank you, Counselor.
You're welcome. All right. Talk to you guys later. Thanks.